Hello my lovely viewers, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing something a little different from what I normally do. I'm not talking about bonnets or anything like that. I'm going to be talking about, as you can see from the title, how to overcome burnout as an entrepreneur, creator, designer, whatever you're doing. So that's what I'm going to be talking about. So here's my story. My business has been in place for about 10 years now. It doesn't even seem like it's been that long, but it's been right around 10 years. And when I started it, it took off, and I just put my head down and did the work that I had to do to make sure everything ran successfully. And I've been doing a really, really, really good job. So let's fast forward to the pandemic, when the pandemic started. So the pandemic started, and my business was still going well. But then everybody was like, Ebony, you're a seamstress, you can help make masks. So I've started off making masks for local hospitals and things like that. And then I just put some on the website, and I did not think that nobody was gonna ask little ebony curls to make masks. But I put them up there late one night, and when I woke up the next morning, they were like sold out, and I had so many orders. And to be honest with you, I don't like to talk numbers, but when the pandemic started and I started making those masks, I made a lot of money. I made a lot of money off of those masks. I'm gonna say I made half of what I make in 1 year in 3 months. So let's slow that down for a minute, right? So I was making the mask, and mind you, I'm a single parent now. It did not work out with my child's dad, so I don't even live in Florida anymore. I live in North Carolina. As a single parent, and an entrepreneur, my toddler goes to daycare during the daytime. But when I had the mask, it was so much work to do. So she would come home from daycare, and I had to get a babysitter to watch her for 4 more hours while I still worked on the mask. So by the time 9 o'clock hit, she had my daughter in the bed, and I would just go in and read to her, tuck her in at night, and made sure she went to sleep fine. And so I do have an assistant. And when the pandemic started, she said, Ebony, I would like to make masks too. I'm like, fine, it doesn't infringe upon, the bonnets. You helping me do this. So you go ahead, sell those bonnets. So she put her masks on Etsy, and she did great. And so I didn't have any help then with my masks or my bonnet. So I did hire someone else locally here to help me. That worked fine. To be honest, the majority of the money that I was making, I was using it to pay somebody else and pay for childcare, daycare and babysitter, right? I'm originally from North Carolina, so my mom could watch her on the weekends when she was off. And I would, pay my mom too. But I just did what I had to do to get those masks out. And I did, and it was great. Now, you can buy masks. You can buy masks from anywhere now. So masks have slowed down. I still get mask orders, but it's not like it was back then. And now you go into the store, ain't nobody wearing no mask no more. I still wear my mask, but hey, to each his own. So that happened, and then once the mask slowed down, I got right back on the bonnets, and I kept on pushing, doing what I had to do. But I'm not gonna joke around with you. Being an entrepreneur and being a single parent, it is hard. You have to stay on top of everything. So I would say about 4 months ago, it hit me. Everything just hit me at once. And I knew it was burnout, because people in my handmade group, they always say it always happens about the 8th year. And they would always explain it. And I feel like burnout can be different from different people. But I want to explain to you what it felt like for me. And this is what I was going through. I had no creative energy. I could not think or create anything new to add to the website. You know, all of my customers, they love to see Ebony making new prints, new bonnets, new headbands, new this, new that. I used to could go into a fabric store or a wholesale outlet of fabric, and I could be like, that one, they're gonna love that. That's gonna sell. That's gonna do good. This, oh, they're gonna love this head wrap, this, that. I could not. I would go in the store and be like, I don't know. And it got to a point, I just mentally, I couldn't create anything new. And I would work all day, process orders, get orders out. But I would then do my little post office run. If the mailman didn't come and pick them up, do my little post office run, get Evora home, cook dinner. When I sat down to turn on the TV, I would just sit and stare at this blank screen. Like, I couldn't move. I could not move. I was exhausted. I just felt tired all the time. I had no energy to do anything except for the things I had to do. And that was take care of my child, keep her clean and fed, and make sure my business was going strong. Mind you, I'm still tired. So it was just processing orders, getting orders out, you know, putting a little something on Instagram or Facebook here and there to let everybody know I'm still in business, you know, and just keep the business going. But that's all I was doing. Now, I realized that this was a problem. This isn't how I want my brand to be. This isn't my standard, you know. So I sat down and I had a talk with myself, and I'm like, look, you got to snap out of it. You got to get yourself together. You got to get your business together and keep it moving. All right. So the first thing I did was I went to YouTube and I typed in how to overcome burnout. Now they have similar videos, but everything was on how to avoid burnout, not how to overcome it. So I began to revamp everything and look at like my strategy for my business as how I've always ran it, everything I used to do to make it work, and what I was or wasn't doing now. So I wrote down some things on how on how I got myself back together, because I am together now and things are going great and we're rolling. So the first thing is wake up earlier. I realized that I was waking up just enough time to get my daughter ready for school and take her and come back and get to work. I used to wake up every morning at 6 o'clock and I wasn't doing that. So you have to start your day by waking up earlier. I always feel like I'm ahead of everybody else when I wake up earlier. You have time in the morning to not rush and get ready. You know, you can plan and prepare and just get your mind straight. In the morning times, I think that it's like a renewing of a new day. You know, I go outside and everything's just fresh and you have a fresh start. So waking up earlier helps you. And I know everyone says this every time about everything, but drinking water really helps. Drinking water for me, it really helps to, I don't know, it feel like it just balances me overall. And it's like for my mental health and for my physical health. And I, you know, you hear all the time people say drink water, it makes your hair healthier, makes your skin healthier, and it really does. And it really just, you know, keeps my energy flowing and all of that. So yeah, drink water. Number 2, and it might seem like, you know, it's pushing me further away from my business, but I had to get back to starting a health and fitness routine. You know, when I looked at myself, I had gained so much weight, over 30 pounds. I was weighing 176 pounds. So I started a health and fitness journey. I bought a Peloton bike. So I don't have to go to gym. With Peloton, it's like a total body fitness, you know, and training routine. I do the cycling more than anything else, but Peloton is awesome. Let me know if you want me to do a full review on my Peloton bike and the app and all of that. I love it. And I started a keto diet. Before, I've always swayed more towards like vegetarian and veganism, but I noticed that, you know, being a vegetarian and vegan, I'd always crave a lot of sweets and a lot of things. And it just packed on a lot of weight for me. I'm sure stress and, you know, the pandemic and everything added to it, but I started the keto diet and I absolutely love it. I went down from 176 pounds and I am now 140. I'm always in between 144 and 146. I know I've never allowed myself to get above 146 pounds. So I absolutely love keto. I cut out carbs. I only eat about 20 carbs a day. And something that I always used to talk about on this channel a lot, and you would see me doing on Instagram, is I used to plan everything. I had a planner, and this isn't the planner that I use now. It's just like a journal where I just write down a lot of notes in. But make sure you write it down. Everything that you need to do, write it down. It's something about writing things down that just really helps me throughout the day so that I don't forget anything, you know, and that I just check it off as I go, even if it's something that you do every day. You wake up, check, when business starts, check your emails, reply to social media, post on social media, you know, you can even plan out your posts. And for me, something that was giving me anxiety is like, Instagram switched from like, you know, the basic algorithm, and then they switched up the algorithm to, I don't know what it was called. And now it's like Reels. So I had to get a hang of making the Reels. And I'm doing pretty good at it, but you know, there's always room for improvement, and I plan on getting better and better as I go. And everything is, you know, it's working good for me now. But yeah, write it down. The planner that I used to have, before I had my child, oh my God. Like, I used to have a bunch of stickers in my planner and tape and colors and everything, but now it's just a basic old planner, and I write with pencil because you can erase pencil. And I still have all that stuff, all those planner stickers, and I'll probably just end up putting it all on my Etsy site because I'm not using it anymore. And she's at an age now where she likes stickers, but she just makes a mess of them. So I'll probably just put them on my Etsy store and sell them. Another thing is keep your business office space organized and neat so that you can see everything and you know exactly what everything is. You know, being in a repetitive, ongoing mode of working, you kind of, sometimes things, materials and supplies can just be everywhere. But either you can just pick up as you go. But what I do, I set aside 15 to 20 minutes a day, and I just go and I just pick up everything and put it back in its proper place so that it can be right there when it's time to use it, you know. Or you can choose a day of the week to do all of that. But for me, it works better if I just choose, you know, just block out some time to organize, you know. And being an entrepreneur as a parent and as a single parent, for me, it's important to block off time for my child, for her. I'm not like scrolling on my phone and she's trying to play finger puppets with me or something like that. After dinner, I just shut it down. I turn my phone off and I just dedicate like an hour to her. Try to dedicate an hour. Sometimes it's 30 minutes, sometimes it's an hour, you know, whether it's reading, teaching her how to read or write. She likes coloring, whether it's coloring with her. We go outside, plant a little garden, take a walk. You know, just make sure you're giving them your full attention, undivided attention sometimes, because I could tell like, she would be like, can you read me a story? Can you do this? And I realized, you know, I wasn't taking out that time for her. But now I set aside those times, and to me, I am a phenomenal mother and I'm doing a great job. And make sure you take time for yourself. Like I said, in the mornings before she wakes up, and waking up earlier, I take a little bit of time for myself. Not to work out or anything like that. I have a schedule set time after I pick her up. I'll work out for 45 minutes. And then I'll go take my shower and get right into my work day. but you have to take out some time for yourself to just think, to just love on yourself. You know, you gotta love yourself, because if you don't love yourself, nothing else is gonna follow. You know, make sure you're taking out time for good hygiene, you know, feminine energy, masculine energy, whether you're a man or a woman. Make sure you have all that in check. And I wasn't doing that during this time of burnout, you know, and I go back now and I look up feminine energy, and oh my God, it's like, it's changed so much. So many people are talking about it now on YouTube, you know, feminine energy this. And now what I've seen is men have started talking about a woman's feminine energy. So you have to make sure you're on top of all of that. I can't say that I agree. Well, the issue of feminine energy for me, like, and how it's being talked about now is it's a whole different video for a whole different day. So I'll just leave that at that. But yeah, make sure you are taking out some time for yourself. Make sure you're loving on yourself. Make sure you're drinking your water, as I said. Make sure that you're living a well-balanced life. Make sure that your mental health is in check. Make sure that, you know, you are okay, because if you are not okay, you can't take care of your children, you can't run your business straight, and you just want to be the best you that you can put forth. So we got this. I got this. You got this. Another thing that I shied away from doing, you know, during all this work and burnout was my prayer life. And you know, I'm not an avid church goer. Like, I don't go every Sunday. I do aspire to be a every Sunday, you know, church goer, but I, you know, would listen to sermons at home. I don't see anything wrong with that. But my prayer life, you know, I stopped praying. So for me, prayer is important. So I had to go back to implementing prayer into my me time, you know, the time for myself. Meditating and prayer is very important. Okay guys, I'm gonna try and start wrapping this video up. I didn't realize this video was gonna be this long. But if you're gonna take 3 things away from this video, you gotta admit that you are burned out and it's causing some type of stress, or it's slowing you down, or it's causing mental trauma in your life, and you're not the best version of yourself. Okay? Once you acknowledge it, you have to put a plan in place. I would say, again, start drinking your water, get healthy, get on a good fitness routine, start exercising, get your body moving, get your energy level up. That is going to help you out tremendously. And one thing I started doing is doing I am affirmations. I am successful. I am in charge of my business. I am a great mother. I am financially free. I am Ebony Curls. And like I say, make sure you plan everything out. You don't have to do everything in one day. I'm talking to myself. You do not have to do everything in one day. You just got to keep everything flowing. You don't have to be a people pleaser, because I have been a people pleaser for a long time, and I learned how to say no. I cannot do it right now. I can do it, but I can't do it right now. All right, those are a few things that have helped me overcome burnout. I hope you guys can use this information to your advantage. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't. Please check out the description box below. There's a coupon code to my website where you can get 10% off your order. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.